Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Pilates Flows at Atlantis, a series where I will demonstrate and give you the tools to do the sequences that I post on Instagram. Now let's do this. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a short box flow that I did as part of a pass the ball challenge from another instructor on Instagram. Let's get the reformer set up. To get the reformer set up, we'll first start by putting on all of the springs to secure the carriage. Once we have our springs set, we'll get our box and put it on short box style in front of the shoulder blocks, making sure that it's nice and tight against the shoulder blocks. Then we'll adjust our foot bar all the way down, make sure that we have our strap locked into place, and then we'll get onto the reformer with our ball. Now for our first exercise, we'll be doing a squat with the ball. You could have your feet flat, or I like to do this with my heels up on the box. Once you get your feet in position, press back against the box to make sure it's secured against the shoulder blocks. And then we'll start by squatting down, trying to get your butt all the way to the box every rep. Keep your chest lifted. And as you press up, exhale and tighten out the abdominals, giving the ball a little squeeze as you do so. From here, we'll come into the first of our abdominal exercises. Start by placing one foot underneath the strap down at the bottom, keeping that foot flexed to lock in position. Then bring the opposite knee up to 90 degrees. Twist towards the knee, holding the ball in your hands. Now to do the exercise, as you lean back, you'll twist towards the foot bar and extend the leg, and then come back up, twisting opposite elbow towards opposite knee. Remember to keep your chin tucked in every rep. For round 2 of our squats, we're gonna add a pause at the end, but the beginning will be the exact same, either flat feet or heels lifted. Every rep, try to get your butt all the way down to tap the box. As you exhale and press up, scoop the belly out, tightening the abs, keeping the chest lifted and the shoulders down. Then come down halfway, holding in as deep a squat as you can for around 15 seconds. For round 2 of our abdominal work, we'll have the same setup to start. One foot underneath the strap, flexed to lock us into place. Then we'll bring the opposite leg up to 90 degrees. We'll be facing this leg for the entire exercise. To perform the exercise, lean back and extend the lifted leg out. And then as you lift back up, we'll pass the ball underneath the bent knee. You could pass from outside to in or inside to out. Remember to keep the chin tucked in and only lean as far back as you feel comfortable. For round 3 of our squats, we'll have the same setup, either flat feet or high heels up on the box. Every rep, try to tap your butt all the way down to the box. Keep your chest lifted, exhale and tighten the abs as you lift. This round, we'll add a pulse up and down on our last rep, coming halfway down and pulsing up and down just about an inch for around 15 reps. For round 3 of our abdominal work, we'll start with the same setup. One foot underneath your strap flexed to keep you locked into place. This time the opposite leg will be fully extended. To perform the exercise, we'll lower the leg and the torso down and then lift the leg and torso at the same time, coming up into a teaser and passing the ball underneath. Remember to keep your chin tucked in and only go as far back as you feel comfortable. For our final round of our squats, we'll have the same setup. Again, either flat feet or high heels on the box, squatting all the way down and all the way up, remembering to tighten the abs and squeeze the ball every rep. This time on our last rep, we'll again pause halfway down and we will do pulses against the ball with our legs for around 15 reps. For our last round of our abdominal work, we'll again come into our same setup to start, with one foot underneath the strap flexed, locking us into place. This time we'll be performing a variation of climb a tree, by rolling the ball down our leg as we lean back and then rolling the ball back up our leg as we bring our torso up. Remember to keep your chin tucked in unless you would like to get the full neck extension, in which case you're extending the neck once the torso is all the way down, and then you're tucking the chin back in before you raise the torso back up. As a modification, you could always climb up and down using your hands and try not to drop the ball. All right, and that is it for that flow. Now, remember, for both exercises, we had 4 different variations. For our squats, our first variation was simply just squatting up and down. Nothing fancy about that one. The second variation, we added the squat hold after our last squat, holding our deepest squat that we could while keeping the chest lifted. In our third variation, we added the pulse up and down in the squat. And then in our fourth variation, we added the pulse against the ball. All 15 reps for the hold, for the pulse up and down, and for the pulse against the ball. Then for our abdominal variations, we had that first variation where we started with our knee in, holding the ball, twisting towards the knee, and then extend the leg as we lean back, and then come back in and twist towards the ball, bringing elbow to knee. For our second variation, we had the ball pass under a bent knee. And then for our third variation, we had the straight leg ball pass. And then for our fourth variation, we had the rolling like a tree versus climbing the tree. Now, as always, if you learned something or if you liked the video, please leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.